Comment 1843 reminds you that in the normal distribution table, you only ever get probabilities more than half. So if you look at the entries, you see they suddenly start at 0.5 and go down to 1. The probability table never ever spits out something less than half. Also, the probabilities that it does spit out are always to the left of something or less than something, so it never gives you probabilities like this. It never even gives you probabilities between things. It only ever gives you probabilities like this, etc. So hence comment 1843. Whenever you do get a question like that in the normal, or you do get a question like that in the normal, well, that's when you should be doing something that in fact you should be doing anyway. You should be drawing a diagram, lay down the 2, lay down the 5, reference them against the mean, which is what you'd be expecting on average. So if the mean was 3, that tells you that that diagram is accurate. And now do your thing. Work out that. Work out this. And subtract. One of those is dead easy because it's to the left of 5 and it's more than half the diagram. So when you work out the probability that x is less than 5, you can do that direct off the table. The probability that x is less than 2, that's to the left of, so that's sweet, but it's not more than half the diagram. So what we often recommend is bouncing to the other side. So 2 is just as far below 3 as 4 is above 3. So work out the area to the right of 4. It'll be the same as to the left of 2, even though my diagram's not very good. And then subtract from 1. In other words, what I'm saying is, so for the messiness, you want okay, so if you want to work out the probability between 2 and 5, in other words, crosses, shades, and dots, then work out the probability to the left of 5, which is dots, shades, crosses, and circles. That will come direct off the table because it's more than half the diagram and it's to the left of. Then you want to subtract the circles. But the circles, though to the left of the number 2, they're not more than half the diagram. So instead, bounce to the other side, work out the dots plus the white. How do you work out the dots plus the white? Work out the shading, the crosses, and the circles, and then subtract from 1. Subtracting the shading, the crosses, and the circles from 1 will give you the dots and the white, and you then subtract that from the dots, shades, crosses, and circles, and that will give you the crosses, shades, and dots. You might need to watch that a couple of times to understand what the hell I was talking about.